Honorable Chairman Sir, Dr. Sandip Kumar Jha Sir, to kindly address the audience.
Advocate Padma Shri Dr. Mr. Ujjwal Nikam ji, Advisor Dr. D.D. Deshmukh ji, Dean Academic of the University Dr. Arun Dwivedi ji, our Registrar in charge Mr. Chaudhary, Chetan Chaudhary, Dean of School of Law Dr. Dhanaji Jadhav, representative from media, our staff and students. I welcome all of you in the Eminent Guest Lecture Series conducted by the School of Law of Sandip University. In 2008, our first engineering college came up in Nashik. Then every year we added one college. By 2015, we had 2 engineering colleges, 2 polytechnics, pharmacy, management institution under University of Pune. In 2016, Government of Maharashtra bestowed upon us the status of first self-financing University of North Maharashtra. And then we introduced courses like engineering, management, fashion, and School of Law. Law has always been my favorite subject, though I am engineer, but due to government problems and other problems, I have become more lawyer than engineer, sometimes I feel. Because every year we have to go to the High Court to protect the institution and to safeguard the interest of our staff and students. And then I asked my Dean, Advocate Dhanaji, for the benefit of students, law students, we should invite eminent advocates and legal luminaries, and we named it Eminent Guest Lecture Series. And many judges and reputed solicitors, they came and addressed our students. And today I myself personally feeling very much privileged to have you, and I will also have the privilege to hear you today. In fact, I couldn't attend other lectures. This is my first lecture, sir. And I am very much proud that you'll be delivering my first lecture, sir, for me. I won't take much of your time, but I am also going to interact with my law students for the first time and some students of other department also. Just I'll give one instance of jungle story. Now tell me, we all know which one is the biggest animal in the jungle? No. Biggest elephant. Correct? Elephant is the biggest animal. Which one is the tallest animal? Giraffe. Correct, giraffe. Which one is the widest animal? Now, fox. Okay? Now, which one is the fastest animal? Cheetah. Now, out of these wonderful qualities, where is the lion in the picture? Correct? And still, the lion is known as the king of the jungle. And neither it is the biggest, nor it is wisest, nor it is tallest, nor it is fastest. Even then, the lion is regarded as the king of the jungle. What's the reason behind that? I feel so, and that's why the lion is the symbol of our Sandip University also, you know. Really, I am very much fascinated by some characteristics of lion. Neither it is fastest, nor it is wisest, nor it is strongest. Even then, lion is regarded as the king of the jungle. The reason is that, only one reason is that, because the lion is very much courageous. The lion is bold. And it has got the capacity and capability to cross any kind of hurdles and complications coming across it. That's why I want to call upon my students. Try to be bold and courageous like lion, and try to be brave like Dr. Padma Shri Mr. Ujjwal Nikam ji. Then only you will become successful. I won't take much of your time. I would like to invite Dr. Ujjwal Nikam ji to address you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Chairman of Sandip Foundation, Dr. Sandip Ji Jha, Advisor Dr. Shri D.D. Deshmukh ji, Dean of Academy, Dr. Trivedi ji, Registrar Dr. Chetan ji, and Dean of Law Faculty Dr. Dhanaji Jadhav, and dear friends. Indeed, it's my privilege today to appear before you, and I had no hesitation to say that we lawyers are very interesting person. We write 10,000 word document, but still we call it as a brief. But basically, I must tell you, Dr. Jadhav, that we lawyers know the difference between knowledge and wisdom. And you know whether tomato is a fruit or vegetable. Fruit. Who says that it is fruit? So you all say it's fruit. So my simple question to you, then why don't you include in a fruit salad? If it is a fruit, then one must include in a fruit salad. Have you ever tasted any fruit salad having the tomato? No. Why not? Because it is a knowledge to know that tomato is a fruit, and wisdom is to know not to include in the fruit salad. So that is the thin distinction between knowledge and wisdom. I am conscious of the fact that I have not come here to give any dose to you. Because I am reminded, Dr. Sandip ji, you are also expecting that I must deliver something, I must give some dose. But today I am reminded of my college days, and when a guest lecturer used to come, then we students used to get very bored of that. We must be very honest, and we must develop the idea of drawing such a logical inferences from certain facts. See, every person has to develop this idea. You see, when I was very reluctant to join this law college, and when I joined law college, when I became the lawyer, then there was a dilemma in my mind. What to do? Whether to practice on behalf of the criminal, or to fight against the criminal, or to elsewhere. But initially I thought that I must practice in the cooperative side. Cooperative means the politician to accept their briefs. Cooperative law is a very small law. The politician, they are ambitious, there is a race also. And therefore I started my practice during earlier days in the cooperative field. You know that cooperative institution, cooperative bank, cooperative societies. So all these politicians were my clients during young age. And then I found that I am not getting a fair justice, because my clients means politicians, they are more smart than me. They used to get the managed judgment well in advance, and they used to pretend me कि Mr. Nikam साहब आपकी वजह से हमें judgment मिला है. वो बात तो झूठ रहती थी. Then later on I came to know, no, they are cheating me, and therefore I abandoned that type of practice. Then I started the practice on the criminal side. एक बात हमने ये सोचना जरूर चाहिए कि घोड़ा जब रेस में भागता है, जब घोड़ा रेस में जीतता है, तो वास्तव में उसे जीत इसका मतलब कुछ मालूम नहीं रहता है, लेकिन वो भागता है, दौड़ता है, क्योंकि उसके जो पीठ पे बैठा हुआ रहता है जॉकी या घुड़सवार, उसने दी हुई तकलीफ से वो भागता दौड़ता है. इसलिए हमें ये समझना चाहिए कि अगर हमारे लाइफ में हमें कुछ तकलीफें, कुछ कठिनाई से फेस करना होगा, तो यही समझना चाहिए कि भगवान हमारी परीक्षा ले रहा है, और इसलिए हमें हमारी कसरत हमें और करना चाहिए. You have to develop self-confidence. Self-confidence is the first asset that is in your life. See, Mr. Sandip ji has told us that initially he joined service, then later on he was giving private tuitions, then he thought that I must open the educational hub. Now we have seen this empire. What is the miracle in it? तुम्हारा हमारे से उसमें कुछ ज्यादा नहीं है, ये समझना चाहिए. लेकिन जिस तरह से एक लगन रहती है, and that sincerity that pays you in your life, that is the most important thing. See, I am conducting the number of the cases against the hardcore criminals. See, I have the threats, but I never worried about those threats. On the contrary, while arguing the case against the criminal, you see, I am giving a simple illustration of one Pradeep Jain, of one builder from Mumbai. He was murdered. And Abu Salem was in Dubai. He was very close aide of Dawood Ibrahim. Dawood Ibrahim's Anis Ibrahim. Anis Ibrahim wanted a particular land from that Pradeep Jain. Pradeep Jain was not ready to surrender that land. And therefore Anis Ibrahim held threats to him that if you want to surrender that land, I will see that you will be murdered. That was a telephonic conversation between that Pradeep Jain and that Anis Ibrahim. Then naturally Pradeep Jain was not ready to surrender that land. Therefore Anis Ibrahim ordered his henchman, that is Abu Salem, that you kill Pradeep Jain. Accordingly, Abu Salem told the shooters of Mumbai and they murdered that Pradeep Jain. This has happened. And जेव्हा Abu Salem met me for the first time when he was brought from the Portugal. He married with Monica Bedi and he was brought on the extradition warrant, and I was trying against him. When I saw him, I found that he is looking very smart. Because you see, earlier I used to saw his photographs having the long beard and etc. and one cap over his head. So I was shocked. This was whatever we were seeing, that the picture of Abu Salem is different than him. Then I asked Abu Salem, कि अभ्या तू तो picture smart दिखता है. So he was taken by surprise. The public prosecutor is talking with him. See, that is also the strategy of mine. How to handle the criminals. I am giving you simple illustrations. In your life also you will face number of the odds. And therefore you have to tackle them in a very nice manner. It is not necessary that every time you will get all these things in the books. You have to take a practical lesson from the events. And Abu Salem को मैंने पूछा क्यों अभ्या? आप तो बहुत smart दिखते. Why did I say अभ्या? Because Pradeep Jain had abused Abu Salem, and Abu Salem was very much annoyed कि ये मुझे abuse कर रहा है. I am being the Don. He doesn't know that who am I. I will show him. That was his telephonic utterances. And therefore Abu Salem said, you had abused me now. You had abused me, and therefore now I will see that how you live in the earth. That was the threats directly given by him. This evidence was given by the brother of Pradeep Jain in the open court. And then when I asked Abu Salem, Abhya, I don't think that you married with the Monica Bedi. He was looking at me. Then why did you ask this question to me? But why not? You are a criminal, notorious criminal. You are facing a trial, and I will see that you will be convicted. Monica is so idiot lady. Did she marry with you? You don't believe me? He asked me, you don't believe? But no, I don't believe that she married with you. He said that, आपको निकाह नामा दिखा दूँ? नहीं, don't show that nikah nama to me. You see, you have to ruin, you have to spoil his ego in the order firstly. See, what was the ego in his head? He's a Don. Everybody will be scared of him. And a public prosecutor, he thinks that a public prosecutor is an ordinary person. What he will do? Normally that is the impression in the society. The public prosecutor is an ordinary person, what he will do, and therefore we can tackle him in any manner. So, once you lose his confidence, then automatically you can win over the case. You see, it's my regular practice while dealing the cases against the hardcore criminals, even the terrorists or antisocial elements. I always my habit to talk with them, to know them, by interacting with them, the criminals, because मेरा ये दावा है कि जब भी संदीप जी मैं किसी भी आदमी को देखता हूँ, कभी भी जिस आदमी से मैं बात करता हूँ, जिस आदमी की बॉडी लैंग्वेज देखता हूँ, तो मैं तुरंत वो शख्स किस प्रकार का है, क्या नहीं है, ये जान लेता हूँ. इसके लिए कोई हमें किसी बाबा की जरूरत नहीं रहती. But you have to develop that self-confidence in yourself. When I was arguing case against him in the open court, then at that time, I was arguing that he is a merchant of death. He has committed gruesome murder in the broad daylight. He has sent his hirelings to Mumbai, and they have killed in the broad daylight. And he should be given to the death penalty. I was arguing about the 2 days continuously, keep placing on the record what is the past history of Abu Salem, why he should be given the death penalty, Why he should be given the rigorous imprisonment? Because we have an extradition treaty with the Portugal, therefore we can't ask for the death penalty. The court said that, Mr. Nikam, you can't demand death penalty. I said, okay, fine. I know that. I can't ask for the death penalty. But at least the life imprisonment. The court can't be oblivious of such facts which these criminals had committed. And therefore, when I was putting on the record the various atrocities committed by Abu Salem and his gang, naturally I look at the back and I saw that Abu Salem was very much annoyed. He was never expecting. Till that time, I was talking with Abu Salem very nicely, coolly, peacefully. He thought that Mr. Nikam is my friend. So he thought that, oh, Nikam has betrayed me. Nikam is abusing me now in a very bad manner. Merchant of death, मृत्यु का सौदागर है, ये है, वो है, जो भी मुझे एडजेक्टिव्स आते थे, उस टाइम में मैंने उसका कार्य बना. Then after conclusion of my arguments, the court has fixed the date for the judgment. And after conclusion of my arguments, I look at the Abu Salem. He was still annoyed. He has disturbed his mental peace. And then after 2-3 days, I talked to him. I asked him, क्यों अभ्या बुरा लगा क्या मेरा आर्गुमेंट का? थोड़ा सा गुस्से में था ही. नहीं आपने आपका काम किया बोले. मतलब अभ्या अगर तू अच्छा रहता था तो ये नौबत तेरे पे नहीं आती. See, what is the solution? That you realize the people कि you have committed mistake and see that the repentance should be propped up in their mind. Repentance is more punishment than any other physical punishment. Mistakes are always to be rectified and not to be ratified. Especially for the law student, I must tell you. Ki instead of thinking over what is the law, we must consider why this particular provision of law has been enacted. What is the jurisprudence behind it? Every legal provision has a jurisprudence. Jurisprudence is a Bible of the law, I must tell you. And therefore, we had to develop the idea to draw an inference. That is called as a syllogism in logic. What is meant by syllogism in logic? All men are mortal, all kings are men. These are the two universal truths. All men are mortal, all kings are men. And therefore, the third irresistible conclusion is all kings are mortal. This is the third equation. What has happened, I must tell you, and I must share you that incident also. In Ajmal Kasab, you must be aware that trial was conducted in Ortho Road prison. Being a Pakistan terrorist, he was well protected by the Indo-Tibetan police force, then Reserve Police Force, then Mumbai Crime Branch and Mumbai Police. There were the 4 escorting covers were there around the Ortho Road jail. And in the court itself, about 200 media people used to remain present in the court hall daily on day-to-day basis. We have opened the trial to every media people, but at the same time, we have regulated the entry. We have given the passes to the media people and few advocates who are concerned with the trial. Kasab was represented by 2 lawyers and I was representing the state. Now, on the one day, what had happened? Normally, मैं जलगांव से आता हूँ, तो Monday I attended the Mumbai court, और मेरे हाथ में राखी बांधी हुई थी. Kasab used to call me as a Badshah. I used to talk with Kasab right from his arrest. कि Kasab क्या चल रहा है, क्या नहीं. So Kasab learned that because our police officer told him he is the person who is going to prosecute you. He is Mr. Ujjwal Nikam, and you will not be now saved. That is what our police officer used to tell him. So he is going to try you. So he used to call me as a Badshah. So he asked me the question कि बादशाह ये आपके हाथ में क्या बांधा हुआ? मैंने उसे कहा कि इसे राखी कहते हैं. बोले राखी यानी क्या? मैंने I explained him what is the meaning of that राखी, why I tied it on my wrist. तो फिर मैंने उसे कहा कि भाई तू जब पाकिस्तान से आया था तब तुमने तो रेड थ्रेड बांधे थे. Then he told us कि सर वो तो लखवी साहब ने, जकीउर रहमान लखवी साहब ने बांधे हुए थे. अच्छा, उतने में जज साहब आ गए. Just asked me, Mr. Nikam, what has happened. Then I explained to the judge what Kasab was asking me and how I replied him. The media people were very carefully watching all these movements. Look, the Kasab's dramatic action. The moment I used to address to the judge, and I told the judge what Kasab was asking me, then immediately Kasab lowered down his head और Kasab ने अपना हाथ से ऐसे आंखों पे घुमा लिया. मीडिया को लग गया कि Kasab रो रहा है. Electronic media immediately rushed outside the orthodox and they gave the breaking news. What type of breaking news? Kasab के आंखों में पानी आ गया. Kasab was not weeping at all, but they gave the breaking news. Kasab के आंखों में पानी. Immediately, you know that channel discussion started. कि देखो Kasab बच्चा है. आज Kasab के आंखों में पानी आया क्योंकि निकम साहब ने वो उसकी बहन की याद निकाली. This was the channel discussion was going on, and they said it means it went to that extent कि Kasab को फंसाया गया, उसका ब्रेन वॉश किया गया, इसलिए आज उसको पश्चाताप हो रहा है. That movement was started in that channel discussion. This emotional wave was created by this electronic media during those days. In the evening, our intelligence officer informed me, because outside the court there are 20-25 that OB vans. Nowadays we are not seeing much OB vans because their live view unit have come. तो OB vans कोर्ट के बाहर खड़े थे. तो OB vans ने हमें इंटेलिजेंस ऑफिसर ने बताया कि इस तरह से इमोशनल एटमॉस्फेयर बाहर हो गया है. I came outside the court and there was a podium like this and there were 20-25 booms were also installed in front of that our podium, and I used to address the media people in the evening's time. The media immediately they asked me, Mr. Nikam, आज Kasab के आंखों में पानी आया, आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं? Immediately another English channel asked me, Mr. Nikam, don't you think that Kasab is a scapegoat for this attack? Then other people had asked me, there was a firing of the questions. And another, आपको ऐसा नहीं लगता कि आज कानून के बाहर जो लोग हैं मेन वो कानून के बाहर हैं? These all type of questions they have started asking. Then what I said, that is the important. आज Kasab ने मटन बिरयानी की मांग की. क्या Kasab ने मटन बिरयानी की मांग की? Immediately another breaking news. Kasab ने मटन बिरयानी की. रात को फिर वापस चला गया चैनल पैनल. देखो Kasab कितना खुखार आतंकवादी है, इतनी लोगों की जान लेने पर भी मटन बिरयानी की मांग की. Kasab, then the politicians had moved कि सरकार उसे मटन बिरयानी दे रही है. Absolutely, you might have heard about the mutton biryani story. It was all rumor. It was never happened like that. Kasab had never demanded mutton biryani. But just to give a twist to the fact, then unnecessary move, I only said Kasab ne मांगे. अभी सिर्फ that I know and Kasab know whether really Kasab had asked for it or not. That I am not going to disclose to you. So at sometimes you have to be very careful while dealing. This is not only for the legal people, I must tell you. In our day-to-day life also, we have to see that how we can use our presence of mind. It's an 11th hour wisdom. And therefore, one should cultivate this type of habits. Now, dear friends, while reading the law and while interpreting the provisions of law, we have to go to the various judgments of the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court, while the young people, I must say, that while reading a particular judgment, of course that time will come, but not at this juncture, then you have to see that how your case clearly fits in that particular case. That will be a practicing lawyer. But nowadays, I am proud to say that the law graduates have much demand, even in the corporate sector also. And why it is so? Because now everybody talks in the legal sense. And therefore, the boys and the girls who are taking the legal education, they have the bright chances of success also. But only thing is that they have to be very careful and meticulous. While studying the law, we have to use the various case laws also. At the same time, we have to see the main textbooks on the law. Glorification of a crime. That should be avoided. We should not give such lesson before the people so that our young generation should think about, oh, so we have to be very careful what to be taken from a particular movie or what to be taken, what not to be taken, that we must be very careful in selecting and in taking in our day-to-day life. Dear friends, I must tell you very clearly that success is the one thing and to make maximum efforts in the another thing, to forgetting the success. You see, I studied my whole school education in the Marathi language. I was from Jalgaon. I never thought that I will go to Bombay to conduct the case of 93 bomb blast case. But initially when I was offered to arrive in Mumbai and to come to appear and to conduct this case on behalf of the government, the first question that was before me, whether I would be in a position to compete against the so-called big lawyers of Mumbai or perhaps of the country, because you see that trial was very famous and I faced all the country big lawyers in that trial. But again my self-confidence assured me, no, you are also competent. You will face those lawyers. See, I will give the simple illustration of Mukesh Ambani and Ratan Tata. ही दोघं माणसं माझ्या पर्सनल चांगल्या ओळखीची आहेत. पर्सनल माझी रॅपो आले. पण ही माणसं डाऊन टू अर्थ कशी असतात आणि आपल्या मोठं व्हायचं असेल ना आम्हाला तर आम्हाला स्वभावात आमच्या डाऊन टू अर्थ असलं पाहिजे आणि म्हणून हाऊ यू बिहेव, हाऊ यू रिॲक्ट इन द सोसायटी, दॅट इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट थिंग. I'm aware, I'm conscious of the fact that this legal profession is a waiting profession. You will not get the many cases the moment you pass the LLB degree. But you have to wait. You have to hold your patience. And how patience आप किस तरह से cultivate करते हैं, इस पर निर्भर होता है. And you see, ultimately, you see, our ways is to improve our society in general. Where to stop and what not to be asked. हे जसं इम्पॉर्टंट क्रॉस एक्झामिनेशनची तत्व आहे. देयरफॉर आई हैव टू स्टॉप हियर नाउ. ना रुपए की खान चाहिए, ना झूठा सम्मान चाहिए. याद करे मुझे हर कोई, ये मेरी पहचान चाहिए. जीवन मरण किससे छूटता है, पूर्व कर्म का फल है. फिर भी जीने में कुछ जान चाहिए, मरने में भी कुछ शान चाहिए. जय हिंद, जय भारत.